My final segment of 2022 on the Rich Eisen Show, because I'm heading off to Pittsburgh and we are taking a holiday break next week. Here's my top 5 2022 storylines that amounted to nothing.
You got some music for this?
Yeah, just put it up there.
All right.
Even though it's not all NFL, I don't care. I like the music. Number 5 on the list, we do start in the NFL. Remember this, Pearl? Remember this one? Trading Tyreek Hill will leave the Chiefs' offense high and dry. That's one of the storylines of 2022. You know what that's amounted to? Bupkis. As of this airing, the number 1 team in the National Football League, total yards per game, in passing yards per game, total points, and points per game are the Kansas City Chiefs. So how does that storyline sound to you?
Well,
0.
You picked them to not win the division.
I
so
said
what
that the Raiders were going to be better.
Oh, okay.
Number 4 on the list. Do you remember when? It sound like Chris Farley. Remember when Freddie Freeman went to Atlanta with the Dodgers?
Yeah.
And there was a whole big to-do. Even Clayton Kershaw had to say something where he's like, hey, we're pretty good around here too. And Freddie Freeman was feeling a little nostalgic for Atlanta and might have wanted to stay there. And there was something real going on that Clayton Kershaw had to say something. But the media sense was Freddie Freeman is going to divide the Dodgers clubhouse, and the Dodger season's going to circle the drain. And all they did was win a Dodgers record 111 games. I know they didn't make the World Series, didn't win the World Series, and I know Freeman, I think, was the last out of that series against San Diego. But, I mean, there was like a 48-hour period. We even got in on that one.
Oh, yeah.
That Freddie's going to, come on, man. LA's pretty cool. Like, what's going on, Freddie? But it was a whole big to-do. Well, they won 111 games.
Yeah, and he hit 325.
Thank you, sir. He did pretty well.
He was fine.
Exactly. Number 3, we're still in the middle of it, and it's still alive. It's still alive because the defending champion Golden State Warriors can't win on the road. They can't stay healthy. But I don't think the fact that they're under 500, and by the way, they're still hovering around that 8th and final playoff spot or 7th and final. Right now they're in a play-in game spot, and I think they're going to get healthier. But number 3, in the top 5 storyline of 2022 that's amounted to nothing, Draymond Green's knockout of Jordan Poole will destroy the Warriors. I saw them dapping each other up in Madison Square Garden last night after a good play.
Well,
yeah, okay, all right.
They're 15 and 17.
Yeah, I mean, they're not playing great.
But is that the reason why? Or the fact that Wiggins hasn't stayed healthy?
Yeah.
And the fact that Curry's now out?
Well, that
and the fact
that
that Wiseman had to go to the G League?
Well, yeah.
And he is not playing well at all.
No.
Well, it's because Draymond dropped Poole. Is that what it is?
That's still super weird, though.
It's not saying it's not weird, but
I know.
I don't know. They said they put it to bed. Maybe we'll find out in some deep dive in March or April that I'm wrong. But right now, I think it's amounted to nothing.
They're 3 and 15 on the road. That's not really why.
Yeah.
Right. Number 2 on this list, and I took this cheese. When the Yankees didn't sign Aaron Judge prior to the 2022 season. The number 2 storyline of 2022 that amounted to nothing. The Yankees ruined their relationship with Aaron Judge by not signing him before 2022. And when it all came down to it, his hometown, supposedly, even though he grew up outside of Stockton, California, but San Francisco Giants, the Padres came at him and said, we will generationally enrich you just as much as the Yankees. And he gave the Yankees hey, I don't want to go anywhere. Do you want to keep me? Got to hit this number. And Hal Steinbrenner said, on this day, introducing him as a Yankee captain, and as his ink is drying on his new contract, he said, Hal Steinbrenner said he told him, you may be a free agent, but I'm calling you a Yankee. You're still a Yankee. And it all happened, and he went and hit 62 home runs, and it was a magical season, and now much ado about nothing. Yep. But the number one storyline of 2022 that amounted to nothing may just be on the Mount Rushmore of storylines that amounted to nothing. And by that, I mean all time. Forevermore, etch in stone of the Mount Rushmore of storylines that amount to nothing. Cooper Rush should replace Dak Prescott as quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
That one was so hot and tasty for what, like a month?
I don't even understand.
This is something
awesome.
we will be telling our grandchildren, will be telling their grandchildren.
I won't be.
That time
I knew that was
in
fugazi.
2022, when some members of the NFL media damn plumb lost their lids. We never took that cheese around here. I might have had my fun trying to get you all riled up about it.
You know it didn't work.
But number one, I mean, there's really the other four I gave you is not even a close second, third, fourth, or fifth to the number one storyline in 2022 that amounted to absolutely nothing. Cooper Rush should replace Dak at quarterback.
He was so good, though.
And that's the way I go out the door. This may be a new tradition. I might do this in the season and year-ending show every year from now on. Here on the Roku channel, this Rich Eisen Show, terrestrial
We
radio.
had a couple
affiliate.
people on Twitter who thought that maybe your Raiders headline would have.
Well, I mean, that's my headline. It wasn't. This is en masse. This is what most people thought. I was an outlier that I care to forget. I'm moving on to Cincinnati. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.